Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to one more nautical content video, which today our subject is the med mooring single-handed with anchor in Delta Marina in Athens. This video is made in cooperation with the 7C School of Yachting with another two instructors, and it's for me one of the most important videos, so watch until the end. Today we're going to do med mooring with the anchor, and we're going to do it single hand. We need to make sure that we know very well the place that we're going to dock the boat single hand. So I check the wind is coming from that direction, and I want to dock the boat over there. So very simply I'm going to drive the boat towards this position to see what is the setup of the docking on this position and what kind of lines I need to prepare to have the boat ready for this setup. So I drive the boat in forward, and in this way I'm going to check the conditions exactly to the spot that I'm going to dock, and I'm going to see the alignment of the docking area as well, because it's very important to put the boat exactly perpendicularly with the dock that I'm going to put my stern. So I check outside and I see that to the place that I want to put my lines, because the wind will come from the port side as I will have the boat to the final position. To the port side I see that I have a bollard, and to the starboard side I see that I have a ring. So for the port side it's very useful for me, since the wind is coming from that direction. I'm going to put a line ready with the bow line, not a slip line, but a single line with a bow line ready to just put it on the bollard and have it ready to maneuver. And then I see the direction that is taking me across, so I will decide the distance that I'm going to drop my anchor. Here I am about one boat length, I need 2 boat lengths and about 2.5 boat lengths, so I already preset into my mind the point that I'm going to drop the anchor. So very important here, we need to open the locker to have a visual contact with the chain, because we need to know how much chain is left, because we don't want to drop it all inside the water and lose it. Anchor above the water?
Anchor above the water.
Excellent. So we're going to do the maneuver single-handed, but because we don't want to risk with the boat, one person will be here on the anchor, and we're going to drop the anchor from the cockpit. That's why on this boat we have this setup. So we have this setup on this boat that we have the remote control of the anchor back to the cockpit. You should know your boat very well in order to operate the anchor when you drop it from the cockpit, and especially when you winch it up, because if you have any kind of entanglement here and you cannot realize it from distance, you may destroy your windlass, you may destroy your own boat. So we usually use the thick lines, the grey lines, which they have a very good grip, but today, because we have to have agility, we may have to step outside of the boat with the line. We will take this very strong thin line, and it's very much more easy to handle. So we take these 2 lines with us, and we're going to prepare them to the back end of the boat. The fenders are already down to the proper height, and we're ready to go. As always, we do a double bow line. And I want to have a very large loop, so I'm going to be sure that the loop is going to fit to the bollard. I don't want to adjust it the last moment. We'll do now the maneuver, and I will explain you the steps, because it's going to be single-handed actually, because you're going to see it's very easy to control everything, just one person. So what we will do is to put the boat into the alignment, drop the anchor to the proper spot, which is to the correct alignment, and then we're going to start backing with the boat. The wind, it will help us here, and to the final position of the boat, we're going to try to control how close we go to the dock by adjusting the anchor accurately. This is the key point that we're going to use here. to keep the boat steady to the dock, we're going to use the back fender because we can touch the boat with the back fender, the dock with the back fender, put a little bit reverse so we can balance anchor tension and fender tension to the dock, so we can slowly step outside, put the line into the dock, and then come back to the boat. You're going to see that everything that we're about to do is going to be with 100% secure way. If we are doubting about any steps of this, we're going to cancel the approach and find another approach. So, especially single hand, we don't want to risk anything. So, Harry, let's drive a little bit closer, then we're going to turn to go to the other direction by putting the bollard to our stern. This is our objective now. So, a lot of people are wondering how I'm going to trust my anchor to this. So the answer is easy, because I always test the anchor holding before I end up to the final placement of the boat. And you're going to see that we're going to drop the anchor and reverse the boat, challenge the anchor to see if it holds, and then we're going to go to the last place to put the boat into the last position. And as you will see now, we have a lot of wind. It's about how much? It's about 12 knots of wind now, maybe 15 with a gust. And we feel the boat at any moment. Now, Harry, you can drive the boat all to starboard. So we're going to bring the stern into the alignment of the bollard. And for this boat especially, we want this alignment to be a little bit off center, because the prop walk will pull the stern a little bit to the port. So we decide now to drop the anchor and then start backing, because the wind is sweet up for this. Let's put neutral. When the boat is about to stop, drive straight now, drive straight, straight. Engage your reversing and start dropping your anchor, press the down. Give it a nice thrust reverse now. Your anchor is on the spot. Keep dropping now. The speed is perfect. We put it now to dead slow and keep dropping, keep dropping, keep dropping. So we want a little bit of tension to the anchor, but not a lot, and we may destroy the windlass. Now let's stop the dropping, and we're going to challenge now the anchor, okay? So we stop the dropping, and now we let the boat stop by the chain and give it a nice thrust reverse too. And Kostas will tell us if the anchor is held or not, or we can observe to the side of the boat. If the boat stays in position, that means that the anchor is holding. Now you see that the wind took over a little bit, but if we stop the dropping of the chain, then the boat, look at this, that's a very nice example. We don't drop any more anchor. You see, now is aligning, keep dropping now, again, and reverse again the boat. Excellent. And this is what means to use the wind, not necessarily fight the wind. The wind can help us the most of the time. Let's stop again the anchor to see we have another 5 meters to go, and the boat is holding with the chain. And we can control now either with the engine, either with the chain. Engine now to stop it slowly, let it go back now again, let it go back, okay? And that's pretty much it. And look at this, we can stay here a lot of time. Why is that? Because as I will reverse, the wind is from that direction. My reversing will bring the boat to the wind because of the prop walk. And give it a nice thrust reverse, a positive one, all the rudder to starboard now. And dead slow again. And how much of a chain you need now, Harry?
Like 1 meter.
Drop another more meter. This means another 1.5 seconds of dropping, and give it again a nice reverse to go back. So we have to be patient with this, and we have to give time to the boat to do whatever we need to do. Slowly now, dead slow, nice. When we touch, engage that slow reverse. Engage, engage, a bit more thrust, more, trust it. I want you to keep going, reverse, don't worry, we want the pressure to the fender. Very nice. Harry, please go out and put the line to the bollard. Let everything and go out to the bollard, okay? We don't want this line extremely tight. Let it a little bit of slack, Harry. I want to see 1 more meter of slack over there. and come here now and put neutral to the boat. Slowly and give it neutral. So what we achieve now, we have the anchor and the windward line. Okay, you see that the anchor is pulling now and the boat is docked actually. We just finished the docking, okay? Because we can control with forward, bring it higher to the wind. We can winch the anchor to make it again tight, and we have the boat secure single hand. Of course, there are cases that you're gonna see that it's impossible to do it with a lot of crossing wind from that direction with this boat. If the wind is smooth, maybe you can do it. With a lot of wind, you're not going to do it. You're going to pick a point that is more easy to do it. A lot of wind from that direction, even worse, because then we have the prop walk and the wind pushing that direction. So to put a line very fast outside is going to be very challenging. We don't want to risk these things. And Harris, as you see, it's not about skills. I mean, it's not something special that we did. It's preparation, okay? We were prepared methodically. Trust the fender, trust the boat, trust that we have everything under control, okay? And we can do it single hand. And if you are about to do it with the safe way. This is my answer to all of the people that asking what about this and what about that situation. No, if this is the situation, I will change my approach. I will go somewhere else. I don't want to challenge myself and the boat for something that is going to end up having a lot of drama without a lot of benefit, without something to gain. That was our single-handed med mooring, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you like the video. If you want to participate to our courses, you can send me directly message, or you can see I have all the links with the social media and my WhatsApp telephone on the video, on the description, so you can communicate with me. So comment down below what do you think about the maneuver, and see you next time, sailors.